Where'd your love for food come?
My mom, my mother.
Cooking?
Cooking came from my mom, and it was an accident because my dad didn't know, and he didn't want the guys to cook. Males don't
Yeah.
cook. They didn't
Yeah.
cook. We weren't cookers. I was a worker. I mean, my dad was a brawny, old, intimidating black man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scared of my dad. Back in the South, your parents can be terrified,
Yeah.
especially when he goes to work, and you always want to please them and make them proud of you.
Yeah.
He did construction for 50 years straight, and hard construction,
Yeah.
without the machinery. And I couldn't do half the work that he could do when I was younger. Even now, I even as strong as I am, I could not match up to him, even though he's passed, to when he was at his best. He was just that guy, right?
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be that guy, not to show anybody else, but to show myself. So yeah.
Yeah, it's such a special relationship, right? If you're one of the lucky individuals, like I had an incredible relationship with my father, just recently passed away, and it's such a special bond, especially when you have somebody as a male figure to look up to. Is such a special bond for a young man growing up and having that discipline, right? I mean, people think discipline's a bad thing. Discipline's a good thing.
This was a
if
great
it's
thing.
if it's done in the proper manner, it's such an incredible thing because it builds character, it builds strength, it builds men, right? I think it's so important. With the cooking, when did you actually like take it to a next level? You started cooking in the military.
In the military, yes.
How did that all start?
Again, by accident. I worked.
It's funny how life is, huh? Like the
It
things
is.
that control
I
your
worked.
life just happen to happen when they do, right? It's just almost just it's just the path where you never know what life gives you.
You never know. And the funny thing about it is that I'm working on my cookbook right now because this is a memoir. But it's like, what's the name of it? Like the Unlikely Chef or something. I don't know because it wasn't supposed to happen. And when
Yeah.
it did happen, it wasn't what I expected. I thought about that Southern cooking that I felt and that feeling that I felt with my mom and my family when we sat at a table and doing everything we were doing. And then all of a sudden, I'm in this mass feeding frenzy with people just going, and it's not the same passion and love. And
Yeah.
I want to introduce that, and you can't introduce it like that,
Yeah.
because it doesn't happen. You have to go by your TMs, which is your recipes and this and that. You have to learn your bottom line, so you have to learn the business side of it as well. And we don't know that, which later
Yeah.
on I had to figure it out for myself, but I wanted to give some type of passion for it. Luckily, early on, I got introduced early to be able to do some stuff, and went to a culinary show, and it changed my life. I didn't know what culinary was. Guy saw me. He was like, "I want you to come to culinary." I'm like, I'm a kid, let me do
Yeah.
some stuff. And he literally fell in love with me. And from there, the rest is history. I picked up books and bought books. There wasn't any Googles or internet searching.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And in the culinary world, competitive world, it doesn't translate well on paper. You need
Yeah.
to physically see it and how it is, like all the tutorials we see right now.
Yeah.
So I made 1,000,001 mistakes. I failed 1,000,002 times. When I succeeded at one time, that was all I needed. And it was a necessity for me. And I was happy about that. But even when I say I failed, I succeeded because I needed those failures. I needed that success. I needed those life lessons to get me past that, to be able to do that.
I love that. I love that.